Every day, the system screams at you that you're stuck. No matter how hard you hustle, how many deals you chase, how many midnight oil sessions you burn, there's this invisible cage tightening around your vision, around your will. It's like running at full speed on a treadmill wired to nowhere. The rules, the gatekeepers, the so-called paths to success, they're all set to keep you in line, to keep the many average and comfortable, while the few who dare to break free starve for the right connection, the right fuel, the right moment. This isn't just about money or ideas, it's about control. The world pretends to hand you freedom, but actually, it's handing you shackles disguised as opportunity. So, what's the real way out? What's not just another bandage or a temporary fix? Imagine a door no one's talking about. A backdoor. Not one you sneak through quietly, but one that blasts wide open the walls of limitation. This door isn't guarded by the usual gatekeepers. It's powered by the crowd, by people just like you with hunger in their veins and fire in their minds, ready to push society's tired old frameworks off the cliff. This door is crowdfunded, built from the edges, from the restless ones who refuse to settle for scraps. Here's what no one dares to admit. Traditional funding? It's a game rigged for the comfortable, the dull, the predictable. The insiders design systems where you need approval slips, rub shoulders with gatekeepers wearing golden chains of influence, and jump through hoops that kill your soul. But crowdfunding? Crowdfunding doesn't seek permission. Crowdfunding doesn't ask for validation by the old guard. It's raw, it's electric, it's the purest form of human belief turned into capital. When the many decide you deserve to exist, you become unstoppable. Think about the pain locked inside every founder watching their dream fade longer with every no. Every pitch meeting that ends in polite rejection, every expert who tells you, maybe next time, every investor who ghosts you like you're just another faceless number. That pain isn't just failure, it's isolation. Because the world today separates brilliance and leaves it stranded, it prefers to champion sameness and silence any spark that threatens the status quo. The problem isn't your idea, not really. It's the system's refusal to recognize the exceptional. Crowdfunding flips the script. It finds those exceptions and unleashes them, turning the scattered into a united force. But there's more. Crowdfunding is not just a way to raise money. That's the surface. Underneath, it's a radical act of connection. It's about those rare coins of alignment where visionaries, investors, and builders don't just pass resources back and forth, they weave synergy so loud it dismantles old worlds and birthplaces new ones. Imagine finding not just capital, but partners who see your madness, your obsession, your refusal to settle, who know that comfort kills and that greatness demands discomfort. When crowdfunding becomes this network, it's not a tool anymore. It's a revolution engine. Here's the brutal truth. Progress never comes from playing safe inside the center. It explodes from the edges, from the rebels refusing to fit in, from those tearing up the rulebook and writing their own. And crowdfunding hands you that edge, like a razor-sharp blade, ready to carve through every no written to cage you. What the system wants most is to keep you safe, reasonable, on pace, but you don't want that. You want to burn. You want to climb so high the old world looks like ash beneath your feet. The few who understand this, who have tasted the backdoor power of crowdfunding, have found something else too. Control. Real sovereignty. When your money comes from a diverse crowd driven by belief, not obligation, you stop serving systems. You start serving your mission. Every dollar becomes a vote of confidence, not from the timid, but from the brave. Investors who choose you are not just bankrolls, they're warriors in your story, ready to charge into the unknown with you. You no longer beg for scraps from the elite. You gather strength in community and make the world's center chase your light. But unlocking this door, making this magic happen, demands more than just tossing a campaign online. It's about building a story so magnetic, so authentic, it lights a fire in anyone who hears it. It's about crafting a network, not just a list, about creating value so real that it spreads like wildfire across borders and backgrounds. This is a skill, a craft, a relentless art. It requires a fierce commitment to unlearn what's expected, to challenge what's comfortable, to embrace the raw and the real with no apologies. You must become a beacon for those who dare, who want to see the impossible become inevitable. The real power of crowdfunding lies in becoming part of an endless ripple effect where what you build today creates the foundation for others tomorrow. It's a living ecosystem where a founder's vision inspires an investor's courage, which ignites another founder's breakthrough, spiraling beyond old limits into new realities. When the system fails to serve, this backdoor becomes a highway. When opportunity knocks for the few, crowdfunding throws the gate wide open for the many ready to break chains and forge futures. And let's be clear, this is no safe path. Nothing worthwhile ever is. It is chaos, it is uncertainty, and it demands every ounce of your will. It forces you to sacrifice convenience, to reject comfort, to embrace a rawness that consumes and makes you whole. But the payoff, beyond anything traditional systems could offer, real freedom, real impact, and a place not just in the market, but in history as a founder who refused to bow, an investor who dared to bet on fire, a leader who rewrote the rules. If you feel it, the unbearable tension inside, the quiet rage against the system's grip, the door is open. Crowdfunding is not just capital. It's the pulse of resistance, the seed of liberation, the spark that can set off a storm so fierce it topples nations disguised as empires. It's for those who would rather burn than bend, who won't settle for silence or smallness, who know deep down that the world's greatest stories aren't told by the many, but forged by the few who find each other through the noise. So, instead of waiting for permission, instead of marching to the tune of others, imagine rallying a crowd so hungry and so real, they tear down the illusion of control and build something new. A movement where difference is strength, scarcity becomes abundance, and your wild dream becomes the new cornerstone of what's next. This is the backdoor. This is the power of crowdfunding unleashed. Step through it and don't look back.